Sir Keir Starmer, along with Labour figures like Ed Miliband and David Lammy, recently attended the COP29 climate summit in Baku, Azerbaijan. However, the UK's presence at the conference has sparked significant controversy. Labour MP Graham Stringer criticised the government for what he called the hypocrisy of sending a massive delegation of 470 UK officials to the summit, which included 354 government ministers and officials. The rest were representatives from Crown dependencies, overseas territories, business leaders, policy experts, and journalists. Stringer argued that this large turnout was emblematic of the contradictions in the UK's net zero strategy, stating, "There are more private and large jets going to Baku than anywhere else at the moment. It's a complete waste of money. They claim leadership on net zero, yet nobody is following. It would have shown a bigger commitment to reducing carbon emissions if they had only sent Ed Miliband and nobody else." Official data revealed that the UK delegation was larger than that of other major nations, including the United States, France, Germany, and Italy. The journey to Baku, nearly 2,500 miles from London, meant the delegation racked up approximately 2.3 million air miles for round trips. Each round-trip flight emitted at least 0.7 tons of CO2 per passenger, resulting in a collective carbon footprint of at least 338 tons of CO2. Reform MP Richard Tice added to the criticism, calling the situation the Everest of hypocrisy. He remarked, "Public sector servants have wasted millions of pounds on what is essentially a glorified net zero holiday. I could understand sending 30 or 40 people, but sending 10 times that number is absolutely absurd." Despite the backlash, Sir Keir Starmer used his platform at the summit to make a bold pledge, announcing that the UK aims to slash its emissions by 81% by 2035, based on 1990 levels. He emphasised the importance of leading in the global transition to clean energy, stating, "The race is on for the clean energy jobs of the future, the economy of tomorrow. I don't want to be in the middle of the pack. I want to get ahead of the game." Meanwhile, there's a growing call for an overhaul of the COP climate talks themselves. A letter from senior experts, including a former UN Secretary-General and a former UN climate chief, argue that the current format is no longer fit for purpose. They suggested that countries that do not support the phase-out of fossil fuels should not be allowed to host future climate talks. Adding to the debate, Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev defended his country's reliance on natural gas, calling it a gift from God, and argued that his nation should not be criticized for bringing it to the global market. These developments highlight the ongoing tensions between ambitious climate targets and the political and logistical complexities of international climate diplomacy.